Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans will put toe together and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Bowling. Immediately fires to the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a gap. It's Patterson. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's looking deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
This defense talked about it. We want to set the tone. We don't want to give up big plays. First drive, the offense tries to accomplish that. This is a big play offense. Defense does a great job staying at home, staying disciplined, and getting the INT, creating some early momentum in this football game.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
To the air, it's Crowder. Got room to work. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he'll be brought down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
The Trojans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Meadows. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on third down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
And the Trojans are on the move. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Pulls it in, it's Higgins. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Trojans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Meadows. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle, it's Taylor. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's long. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Bowling. He lofts one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Skinner. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We've come to the end of the period. It's Troy holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They go to the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Got it behind the line. It's McGowan. Oh, he's got some space. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Bowling. Grab behind the line, it's Patterson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Crowder. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Takes the grab. It's Taylor. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. A first down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here, and just be smart with the football.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After settling for 3 on that first drive, you want to give the other side a big momentum boost, a big confidence builder. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So now on comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive, put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Law. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. On the move, it's Patterson. Got the first down and more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The pull and throw off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Boley. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And trusting your quarterback in these situations is huge, and you could tell they trusted him, and he delivered right before the half, the chance to take the lead and take all the momentum.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their... first one of the half. Offense working from the pistol. He leaves it with the back. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Fires to the big fella. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the ground to try to move the chains. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Wildcats will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Scanning the field, it's Crowder. Right down the middle. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Higgins. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw again. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Makes the grab over the middle.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The run from the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
They'll run play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Skinner. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
To the air, it's Bowling. That's caught. It's Gilmore. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. He has the first and still on his feet. Lots of running room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Back to throw, it's Crowder. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying play action. Bears the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Now facing a third and long. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
And the Trojans look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The Trojans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
To pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Oh, and the attempt is no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for room. It's McGowan. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Boley. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. He wants to throw it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
And the Detroit offense will take over 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. To come away with the pick.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his man. It's long. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Puts it out of the air. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Dortch. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Taylor. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all day.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Got it in the middle, it's Gilmore. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Backed up now, here's second and long. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Pass the sticks and still on his feet.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They'll try the right side. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Sometimes Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.